So, you want to build the ultimate desk setup in your home, and you've already watched a bunch of videos picking out which monitors to get, how you want the setup to look, which family member you can trade for a Herman Miller chair on the black market, but there's just one issue. You don't have all that much space to work with. Well, fear not. In this video, I'm going to go over some of the ways you can maximize the real estate on your desk and make the most out of the limited space you have to work with. Here are the top 10 desk setup hacks for small spaces. Let's get started. Tip number 1 is to mount it. When it comes to taking up space on your desk, nothing is a bigger offender than a monitor on a stand. Aside from the fact that most monitor stands are sort of cheap looking and ugly, the way they're designed means that they sort of have to take up a sizable portion of your desk in order to support the weight of your monitor. Fortunately, this is a pretty easy fix. If you go on Amazon right now, you can find monitor mounts for as little as $20 or $30. And trust me, that money is well spent. Putting your monitor on a mount will clear up a lot of space on your desk. And it'll also just look a lot cleaner and better overall, while being easier to position more ergonomically as well. There literally is no downside to this one. And you know what they say, once you go mounted, you'll never go around it? I really should be better at these things. Anyway, mounting your monitor is just the beginning. If you're really serious about making the most of a limited amount of space, then my solution is simple. Mount it. All of it. Okay, well, maybe not all of it. I'm not quite sure how you would mount a keyboard and mouse, but pretty much anything else you can think of, there's usually a solution to have that thing mounted in order to clear up space on your desk. The most ubiquitous one of these, aside from mounting your monitor, is probably mounting a light bar on top of your monitor. This has the dual effect of being both an excellent position for a light to brighten up your desk, while also taking up quite literally zero space on the desk itself. Other than that, mounting your microphone on a mic arm is another great way to clear up some space while adding some functionality. And the same thing goes for pretty much everything else you can think of, like camera equipment, lighting, and so on. All right, next up is tip number 2, stack it. And for this tip, the main thing I'm referring to here are your monitors. If you're rocking a dual monitor setup, then you'll know just how much space that can take up. I actually have my secondary display mounted vertically, and it still left me with barely any space to have anything else on my desk. So the obvious solution here, if you ask me, is to stack your secondary display on top of your main one. This will save you a ton of space, trust me. Now, to be fair, there are certain caveats and considerations you may want to take when doing this, but lucky for you, I actually made a whole video about that exact topic, which you can find right here on my channel. Additionally, you may also want to think of other ways you can stack items on top of each other. For example, I have this cute little light I got from my family, which I put on top of one of my speakers, as well as a little key light which I mounted on top of my teleprompter, but it can be whatever you want. Just look around your desk and consider if maybe you could clear up some space by stacking some items on top of other ones. And tip number 3 is to visit the Underworld. And no, I don't mean you have to mount an expedition to the realm of Hades, but rather to start thinking about how to better utilize the space on the underside of your desk. Look, if you think about it, you have practically a whole extra desk's worth of space just sitting there, which is typically just used for the legs of the desk and maybe some cable management. And there's a lot you could actually do with that space. The obvious one, of course, is to mount your computer to the underside of the desk, or just to put it on the floor underneath the desk if you're not trying to be fancy with it. But you can also do so much more. For starters, you could get a headphone hanger for your headphones, like this cheap dual headphone hanger that I have here. Or you could get something like this mounting bracket, which I found on Amazon for around $30, which I've used to mount my Mac Mini, a USB hub from Satechi, and my audio interface, so that it's out of sight but still within reach when I need to use it. But really, the sky is the limit here. You can either use double-sided tape to just mount stuff like hubs or chargers there, or find specialized brackets that fit your laptop, your iPad, or even hold shelves and drawers for storing items. So don't just think outside the box, think underneath the box. If the box was your desk. Look, I'm not great at metaphors. Just put stuff underneath your desk and you'll have a lot more space on top of your desk. Simple, right? Tip number 4 for saving space is to think vertically. And what I mean by that is to start thinking about how to use the walls surrounding your desk or in your home office space to store items. A classic example of this is to get something like the Skådis pegboards from IKEA. And yeah, I know I butchered that pronunciation. Please don't assault me with your meatballs, Sweden. Look, a pegboard is a great way to actually move a ton of stuff either off of your desk or even to save you from having a whole drawer otherwise. I've managed to fit a whole bunch of stuff on mine, including headphones, cables, lighting equipment, plugs, cleaning materials, and music gear, all in a space that would have otherwise just been occupied by a blank wall. And honestly, with just a little bit of effort, you can even use this as an opportunity to personalize your space as well by displaying some of your favorite items in a neat, classy way while having them be easily accessible. I've even seen some people put up charging stations on their pegboards, which is a great idea. And of course, you may also want to consider putting up some shelves as well, which is another way to achieve the same effect. Since we're on the subject of vertical thinking, another great way to achieve something like this is with tip number 5, rise up. One way of doing this could be to get a desk riser, which can be a great way to add some additional desk space to your desk while giving you even more options for storing items right in front of you. I currently don't have a desk riser, but I've been toying with the idea for a long time, and I think it would be a great addition to my setup. Alternatively, there's also speaker risers, which are essentially just little stands to place your speakers on. And while this doesn't add a whole lot of desk space to your setup, depending on which ones you get, it is a good way to at least visually clean up your desk as well, and it also places your monitors in a position that's way better for the overall listening experience, as ideally, you would want your speakers to fire the sound straight into your ears instead of into your chest. This is another thing that I haven't added to my setup yet, but that I definitely will be doing in the near future. Inversely, tip number 6 is to scale down. While there are a lot of great things you can add to your setup to maximize the space you're in, there's something to be said for doing the opposite too. Remove some stuff from your desk and you'll have more space. I know, such profound advice would typically be found in a book or maybe a sacred scroll passed down to us by ancient philosophers, but hey, YouTube is the mecca for nerds, so you're hearing it here first. Seriously though, this tip is really just meant to get you to think a bit more critically about what you actually need in your space. Maybe you're the type of person who's super serious about their homebrewed coffee and you have 5 cups a day, but do you really need to have your coffee maker sitting right next to your keyboard? And the same goes for everything else. Do you switch out your mouse and keyboard twice a day? If not, then you probably don't need to have several sets of extra peripherals in a drawer right next to you. Maybe you're into Pokemon and you have a bunch of your favorite figures proudly on display. That's great. But if you're not too big on space, maybe you could limit it to 1 or 2 and keep the other ones somewhere else. Because ultimately, those things might not seem like they're taking up a lot of space, and maybe it seems wasteful to have a part of your desk that's just empty when you could have something functional there. But trust me, clearing up some of that space will have your whole setup looking a lot less cluttered, which ultimately will give you the illusion of having more space. As someone once said, a cluttered house is a cluttered mind, and the same thing goes for your desk. So just take some time to clear out some stuff and you'll likely be way more happy with your setup in the end. On the topic of decluttering, tip number 7 is to be the manager, by which I mean you need to do some cable management. Look, technically cables don't take up a whole lot of space, and it's not like you'll be adding a bunch of usable real estate to your desk by getting rid of a few cables. But like I talked about in the prior section, having a clean looking desk will make you feel like you have more space, even though the actual gains are practically non-existent. Now, you don't have to go overboard here. If you think the prospect of neatly bundling up every single cable sounds incredibly tedious to you, well, then I have good news. You can settle for just getting rid of all of the cables on the top side of your desk. And yeah, I know. There are a lot of people out there who would burn me at the stake for saying something like that, but I'm just gonna be honest here. If you're sitting at your desk working, then most of the time, you won't be looking down at the underside of your desk anyway. So even if there is a mess of cables down there, as long as the top side of your desk looks cable-free, then the vast majority of the time, you'll achieve the same results. But yeah, ultimately, if you do have the extra time and energy for it, you should absolutely cable manage the underside of your desk too. I'm just saying, I've been living with a giant rat's nest of cables down here for about 1.5 years now, and I'm still at least partially sane. So take it with a grain of salt, but honestly, just do the top part of your desk at least. Tip number 8 is to brighten up. And once again, we're in the territory of visual hacks here. It's a well-known fact that brighter colors tend to appear more open and spacious, while darker colors tend to feel more enclosing in some way. So adhering to a brighter color scheme in your setup can really make a big difference in how that space is perceived by your subconscious mind. Now, I say this knowing fully well that the vast majority of desk setup videos on YouTube tend to feature overwhelmingly dark tones, typically with a walnut or black table, sitting up against black walls with all black accessories, and honestly, it looks great. But if you don't have that much space to work with, then that darker theme setting can start to encroach on the sense of openness and make everything feel a lot tighter and more restricted. Whereas having a brighter setup will trick your mind into perceiving that same space as being a lot more open and big. So ultimately, if your setup is in a smaller room, then you may want to consider keeping it as bright as possible, whether that's by having a white or maybe light oak table, white walls, and lighter color peripherals and accessories. Oh, and bonus tip, adding a couple of plants can also do a lot to make the space feel more organic and open, even if it is technically taken away from the actual space you have. But just a couple of little fake plants like these ones that I got from IKEA can work wonders in this department. Tip number 9 is another simple one. Become self-made. And to translate that from my, let's be honest, pretty low effort attempts at coming up with catchy titles for these tips, this simply means to clean up your space or your workspace to reduce the amount of clutter. Yet again, the appearance of having a setup that's completely free of clutter is enough to provide you with a feeling of being in a more spacious location. And really, on a practical level, if you're low on space, you don't want to waste what little you have on, well, waste. So make a daily habit to get rid of any trash or dirty dishes and give the whole setup a quick wipe down with a microfiber cloth like once a week. That's more than enough to maintain a nice, clean workspace, which will feel as big as possible. And finally, for our last tip, take a hint from the 1994 Jamie Foxx song and experiment. Experiment. Science. Experiment. First of all, yes, that is a real song and one which I unironically loved when I was a teenager, even before Jamie Foxx became super famous. Hashtag hipster cred. But really, this is just to say that you should absolutely explore every weird idea or alternative in order to maximize your space. Perhaps you don't have a small room to spare for your desk setup, so you have to put it somewhere else. A lot of people have popularized the idea of having a closet desk setup, which is a really fun and clever way to make the most of your space. Of course, this idea requires you to have an extra closet that you're not using for anything else, but there are also other ways to be creative when it comes to this, like having a tabletop that folds up against the wall, which you can use for a portable setup with a laptop, or putting something like a ladder shelf desk in your living room. Really, the possibilities here are endless, so just think outside the box, put on your best mad scientist glasses, and experiment. Science. All right, that's it for this time. If you found any of these tips to be useful, do consider giving this video a like. Leave a comment down below to let me know some of your favorite space-saving hacks that I might have missed, and subscribe to my channel for more tech and desk setup related videos. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.